Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chiamaka Ukebun. Now you know how we always do not have enough money for some reason or the other. Like you can't afford things you want to afford, and it's not as if you don't have a job. Like you have a job, or you don't just have enough money to afford things, or your money is always finishing quick. You are working, you're always broke. Yeah, have you ever wondered, like, why is it that I do not have enough money? I don't know. Has that thought ever occurred to you? Yeah, so in today's video we're talking about some reasons why we do not have enough money. Now I'll just be mentioning just a few, but there are so many other reasons why you might not just have enough money. Now my name is Chiamaka Okebu. If this is your first time seeing my face, you are very much welcome to my channel. Yeah, welcome to the community. Please do subscribe to my channel. Yeah, and if you are a returning subscriber, I love you. Of course. Okay, so let's start. Why is that you don't have enough money? First of all, you might just be buying more than you need. Now let's start first. You might just be falling for lifestyle inflation trick. It's such that the more you earn, the more you want to spend. So you found out that when you were earning maybe around 150,000, you were more comfortable than when your salary was upped or upgraded to 200,000 naira or 250,000 naira. Like you used to have enough money then, all right, now you are struggling with your finances. Now it's basically lifestyle inflation trick. So you earn more, so you feel you deserve more. Maybe you were driving a lower version of a car, you now want to drive a higher version of a car. Another example could be maybe we're living in a one-room apartment, and then you now feel like, yes girl, we can now do a room and a parlor. Maybe we're living in self-contained. Now you can say a room and parlor. Or maybe your salary was just up and you're like, no, I want more space. 2 rooms and a parlor. Only you, single, but you feel like, yeah, I can afford it, I want more. Maybe you're using a perfume of 30,000 naira, and then you've watched and you're like, hi, we are going high. In fact, now I want to start mixing. I want a perfume of I want this particular perfume and I want to be using it constantly. Now I'm not saying you can buy these things, but you know you can't afford it regularly, right? But now you've decided that no, I want to use it regularly, let me upgrade to the one of 70k. And because I want to mix, or you see people who mix, you are not like, okay, I want to mix it with something else of a higher price. So that way it's called lifestyle inflation trick. So it's a trick because you're earning more and you're spending more. I don't know if you get. When you're earning more, you're supposed to have more savings, right? But right now you're earning more, you've increased your spending by a lot, such that you don't have more savings, and most likely that's even eating into what your normal savings should be. Have you ever heard of the term hedonic treadmill? Now, hedonic treadmill is a metaphor for the tendency of a human to pursue one pleasure after another. Now we all know our needs, they are insatiable, right? You will always have that needs. There's always a want, there's always something lying around. So you would always want something, right? It's about you. In fact, right now that you're not even earning that high, there are already things you would like to get. Well, you have to understand, ask yourself, are they important right now? Like, do you really need them? Are they luxury to you, like way up away from your budget? Or like, are you overreaching? I think that's the word. Yeah, so that's it. So that's hedonic treadmill. There's always a tendency to pursue one thing after another. So as pleasurable as it is, when you satisfy that pleasure, there's always another pleasure waiting for you to be satisfied. There's always that need waiting to be satisfied. So that's how it goes on and on and on, and your money is going. Yeah, so that is one reason why we just never have enough money. Another reason why we do not have enough money. Guess what? We fall for consumer traps. Yeah, welcome to Marketing 101. Now, you know how your favorite YouTuber recommends this. I like to use makeup as an example. If you check some people's makeup kit, they don't use most of the things in that kit. They don't use most of the things in that kit. Let me just tell you the truth. Now, they go on Jackie Aina's page. Jackie Aina is recommending this product. Laifa is recommending this product. Dimalme is recommending this product. And that way, so the thing is, because they are your favorite YouTubers, or they are our favorite YouTubers, and you're recommending all these things, and you know that they are authentic recommendations, right? Now, you started your day without having a need for that thing, but all of a sudden, you now have a serious need for that thing. In fact, your day cannot move forward except you satisfy that need. Now, it's common with influencer marketing, right? There's that dress Tomike has worn and has advertised, and Patricia Bright has brought this. You get all these kind of things. When they advertise this product to us, it kind of creates that need. Now, it's not like we have the need for it. It creates that need. It could even be a false need, and then you buy. You don't rest until you buy. And the recommendation now becomes the most important thing for you in the world. You want it, you get it. Your money is going. Your money, your money has gone. Yeah, so that's how it works. So that's the consumer trap. So it's not just about influencer marketing. It's not just about YouTube, but it's more common on these platforms. It could also be whatever you've watched on TV, or like it's just about create a need that has been created without. It's not a personal need. Yeah, it has been created by someone, by what you've watched, and all of a sudden it's so important to you. Yes, that's the idea of those marketing. Those are marketing strategies, and they are working, and we're glad. But that's one of the reasons why you do not have enough money, because you most likely do not have a need for it. You most likely wouldn't even use that thing in the next few months, depending on the product. If it's a dress, maybe you might wear it once, or some people will still not wear it. 6 months, they've not worn that dress. That makeup product, the makeup is the worst, because that's what I'm familiar with. You most likely wouldn't use that product at all. Yes, it happens, because you have your staples you use. You might actually use that product and it turn into your staples, but out of all the products you've bought, you most likely wouldn't use a lot of them. So that is where your money is going. It could be dresses, it could be anything. Yeah, that is where your money is going. Now, all of these things, what am I going towards? It's most likely you're spending above your means. Yeah, and you're not tracking your spending. So if you were to ask yourself, how much do I spend on this? Do you even know? Like, where does your expenses go? If you haven't watched the movie The Smart Money Woman, I think you should. You should be able to track your expenses. Where exactly does my money go? Like, what is eating my money? Like, for someone like me, I'll tell you what eats my money. Data sucks my blood. Yeah, that is what eats my money. So data eats my money. Yeah, it does. So do you even know what eats your money? Like, have you checked? So it could be dresses. There are people who buy dresses on impulse. Like, they're walking down the streets of Instagram, and when they're coming out of Instagram, they're coming out with a full wardrobe. So find out the exact reason why. Like, find out what exactly eats your money and try to cut down from there. It could be that you have a car that you cannot maintain, right? So every time it's maintenance time or the car breaks down, you spend all your money on that car. You might want to sell it and get something lesser. Or do you really need a car? Wherever you are. Yeah, so this is it's not an easy thing. See, these are things we all fall for, and it's something you watch. Even I myself, it's not something you cannot be a master at this. You watch it every day. There are traps I fall for. There's even lifestyle inflation trick I fall for. So find out the exact reason why, like find out what exactly eats your money and try to cut down from there. It could be that you have a car that you cannot maintain, right? So every time it's maintenance time or the car breaks down, you spend all your money on that car. You might want to sell it and get something lesser. Or do you really need a car wherever you are? Yeah, so this is the it's not an easy thing. See, these are things we all fall for, and it's something you watch. Even I myself, it's not something you cannot be a master at this. You watch it every day. There are traps I fall for. There's even lifestyle inflation trick I fall for. So find out the exact reason why, like find out what exactly eats your money and try to cut down from there. It could be that you have a car that you cannot maintain, right? So every time it's maintenance time or the car breaks down, you spend all your money on that car. You might want to sell it and get something lesser. Or do you really need a car wherever you are? Yeah, so this is the it's not an easy thing. See, these are things we all fall for, and it's something you watch. Even I myself, it's not something you cannot be a master at this. You watch it every day. There are traps I fall for. There's even lifestyle inflation trick I fall for.